Hello everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am participating today in the Rainbow Magic YouTube and Instagram Hop, which is put on or hosted by Cass at Crazy Craft Obsession. And so the premise is every month you scrap in a colour of the rainbow, basically a monochrome layout. The first one is yellow. Now, full disclosure, I wasn't going to participate this month. Yellow is not my most favorite color, but I did actually go through my embellishments that I'm sort of hanging on to and that aren't associated with the collection, and I did put them into color family. Not for this video. I had actually already done that because I'm sort of streamlining my stash and cutting down on supplies and things like that. So I actually had some yellow supplies, not a heap, but enough that I could do a layout. And then I thought, I can't go all yellow. I know that I wouldn't like that. So I actually found this mixed media background paper by Vicky Booten, which is black. So I thought, well, I can do black and yellow. And I think that still counts. I don't know, Cass, you have to tell me. Does it count? I'm counting it. I am counting this as a monochrome layout because I don't think black and white kind of counts. But otherwise it's all yellow. There's a tiny bit of green on the leaf of the flowers, but otherwise it's yellow or different shades of yellow. It's not all the same shade, but that's still monochrome. And then the picture, it's actually a colour photo of Addison when she was 3 weeks old, but she's wearing grey and white. She's got like white little mittens on her hands, and then the bodysuit that she's wearing is actually like a mustardy colour, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a mustard colour. It looks mustard in the photo. So I thought that would actually complement the yellow tones quite well. I didn't want to have to reprint a photo in black and white. And so I just sort of picked something that I already had printed. And so I thought that this would work. So we're doing it. So these are a whole heap of random embellishments. I don't know where they're from. So sorry, I can't tell you. I just pulled them out from my stash. The 6x6 papers that I used, however, a couple of them are from the Rosie Studio Work of Heart collection, which is one of the collections that I'm working on for this month for How to Kill a Kit with Style. And then I actually remembered that I had a collection from Stampin' Up. Now, what was that called? It's in front of me. Hang on. I've only got the 6x6 paper pad, and it's called Have a Cuppa, and it's all tea related. And because this month's theme for How to Kill a Kit with Style was hot beverages, it was initially coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so we changed it to hot beverages. And I am a massive tea drinker. So I hadn't initially included this pad in my How to Kill a Kit with Style video, but I pulled it out because it totally goes with the theme, and I've had it for a really long time. And I used 3 pieces of the pattern paper for this layout. All of the yellow pattern paper was from that collection, so that was pretty cool. It does have lemons on it, but you can't tell because I've only used it to map my photo. And then everything else, as I said, it's just from random bits in my stash. There's a whole heap of lovely creative people playing along in this hop, so everyone will be linked in the description box down below. I do also have a referral link to Crazy Craft Obsession, which I will link it down below as well. I think if you use that link you get some dollars off your order, and so do I. Maybe $10 off. I don't know, it's something. You get something and I also get something. So I will leave that link in the description box down below. No pressure. If you are Australian or New Zealand crafter, that is a scrapbooking shop you may wish to check out. Sorry, they do not post internationally, but go and check them out. Cass stocks, and Jacques, her partner, stock a lot of the supplies that are a little more challenging to get here in Australia. They definitely become one of my go-to Australian businesses to shop at, which is awesome. So I'm just layering. That's all I'm doing. I'm just layering. I could have probably edited this out, but then the video would have been quite quick. So I'm just layering up the different ephemera pieces that I had. I don't have much like icon ephemera. There's lots of like labels and things like that. And so it's really just the florals that are sort of my icons, so to speak. But I think it's enough. I didn't want too much yellow. This is still a lot of yellow. I didn't want too much yellow because, as I said, not my most favourite colour. But actually, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I have to say, I am pretty happy. And I got another piece of the Vicky Bouton mixed media paper used up. I have like 3 full pads. Well, they're not full because I gave my sister one piece of each of the pads for Crafty Advent Calendar for her Christmas, one of her Christmas presents. But otherwise, I've barely touched them. So I am wanting to use them. I love them. The backgrounds are fabulous. And they're such a good way. If you don't like getting messy, but you like the look of getting messy, these are amazing. I like getting messy, but I just don't always have the time for it at the moment. And so this is just a really nice way to still feel like I am getting the effect that I'm after with mixed media, but I don't have to do any of the hard work. Vicky Bouton has done it all for me. So definitely check that out. Funnily enough, I bought all of my mixed media pads from Cass at Crazy Craft Obsession. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, there's nothing else to really tell you. I'm just layering. I wanted to add some circle elements to each of the clusters, so I'm layering those up. I didn't want any of the words to show because they weren't... not that they weren't the right words, a lot of them just said hello, to be honest. But I just didn't want the words to show because I've got sort of other words going on and I didn't want too much conflicting kind of writing. So I've tucked them right under so all you can see is the curve really. Yeah, so I've added circles into each of the clusters. Funnily enough, I completely covered the circles down the bottom actually. I didn't even notice until right now while I'm doing this voiceover, but I totally covered the circles in the bottom cluster so you can't even tell that they're there. Oops, covered that with the mason jar. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Should have paid more attention. I was going too fast. It is like, I don't know, 3 days before this hop goes live. It's my son's 4th birthday on the 22nd of January, and I am just in kind of frantic mode to get everything ready. He's off at daycare today, but of course I'm in Addison's at home with me obviously, but I've got like presents to wrap and snacks to make and the food to prepare and freeze so that I can just pull it out on the day. Anyway, there's a lot to do. And we're not even really having a party, so to speak. We're just having family over. Jess and her boys and Matthew, her husband, obviously are coming over, and then my parents are coming down, and then obviously my mother-in-law who lives with us will be there. That's it. That, like, it's just family, but nonetheless there's still a lot of things to organise. So I'm a tad busy, but I'm getting there. I'm getting this done. Now I pulled out 2 mists to use on the page. Now interestingly enough, they're both called mustard seed. One is the Distress Oxide spray in mustard seed, and the other is the Vibes from Shimmers in mustard seed, and they look different in the container, but on the page, to be honest, they're really similar. There's definitely some differences, but they're very, very similar in colour. I think the Vibes is a little more shimmery, maybe? Don't know. It's hard to tell, but that's what I'm doing now. I'm just adding some splatters. I wanted some yellow kind of mixed media element on the page as well, so I've added those. And here we go. Here is the close-ups. Make sure you just check the description box for all the information about the hop, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks guys. Bye.